classes and we do strange things, and I have some money here, and I'd like everybody to reach in and grab and count what they get. Don't take a huge amount, just take about 20 points. Reach in, grab, like about like that. Okay? And now count them out. We're going to put them back. Hey. Good. And did you count the dimes? You didn't get any? No, good. Put them back in. Same thing. That's it. Perfect. So what do we get for the numbers? This is dimes and pennies. So what do you got?
31 dimes, or 4 dimes.
4 dimes and
31 pennies.
31, and the next one is?
23 dimes or 4 dimes, and 23 pennies.
23.
And then 24 pennies and 1 dime.
24 and 1? 16 pennies and
Yeah.
and no dimes.
Yeah. 2 dimes and 25 pennies.
2 dimes and 25.
You got 3 dimes, 25 pennies.
3 dimes and
25 pennies.
so. How many are there in the jug? What is the ratio? If I told you that there are 220 coins in here, how many are dimes? What's the correct ratio?
4.
Is it 4 31st, 4 23rds, 1 24th, 0 16ths,
4 23rds.
2 25ths, or 3 25s? Fifth.
How many pennies did you say you had? 200? Or do you know?
No, I have 220
220
coins.
coins, okay.
I
So
don't
which
know.
one's going to be the smaller amount?
Dimes.
The dimes. How can you figure out what that is?
How many dimes would you have in here if I had to count them all out? Because I can't drain the lake, take all the dead fish and then count them. I have to just do samples, you know? And so that's all I'm doing, is what's the correct number?
4 23rds.
So you're just gonna pick one?
Yes.
Is there another way instead of just eyeballing it and picking one? And 4 23rds is like, is 4 23rds the highest number there?
No.
What do you think? And now, I didn't ask you to just pick, I asked you which one's right.
Get one, not one of the gray ones, one of the other ones.
How do we determine out of a sample, if we took 6 samples, which one's right?
Guess you score.
I'm gonna go with the lady here. Why?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm a gentleman. You know, is that any better than saying I'm gonna go with 420? Is there a mathematical way to get this?
Yeah.
How? Yeah, you could rank them, and then, so this looks like the biggest number. So it's somewhere between those two.
What you have in front of you is a bowl of Swedish fish, and we have 2 groups of 3. Pretty much I'm going to let you read the instructions. It tells you how to do it and what to do. In each step on the 3rd page there is a data sheet, and it tells you what you need to do on it. If you have questions, we'll ask. We're going to come around and ask you questions anyway. We have about 30 minutes to work on this and to fix it and to get it done. So the first step says, shake your pond well. That's all, so go for it. This line is where you need to get your sample as tall as, okay? I measured everything out and made sure that that was
trials that we have to do.
Is that good? Think that's good?
Yeah, that's perfect. You gonna mark all these?
No.
You just keep putting them in and mix them up?
Remember what does it tell you to do? It says, what's the number of fish in your cup? So, 1, 2,
Oh, and some of the fish are bigger and some are smaller. Who among you is a fisherman? Some you pull out, they're keepers,
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
some you throw back. There you go.
What did I say? 35?
And is that because you know how many you mark? How many have you marked? How much have you marked? 35. So each time you're pulling out 35.
okay, did you count them?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
35 and you gotta cut them in half, right?
You gotta cut the tails off. And so you count, so you put your
Oh, is there a
number.
lot?
That's what I'm talking about.
Cut the tails off?
Cut the tails off, or you get to eat the tails.
You want some?
Wildlife department?
You
Yeah,
get
what
to
about
eat the
blowfish?
tails. You get to eat the
Tails.
tails. Yeah, that one too, because it's part
If
of
you're
our.
looking for the wildlife department,
Don't back
tag
in.
them. Yeah,
The heads go
and
back in,
on
yes.
the tail,
The tails.
they put a little bit of a mark. So it's a little electronic thing that clips on, and then they release them. So whenever they're captured again, you know. And sometimes the little electronic tag, you can track them.
I dissected the fish, there's like
So I mean, you can tell, for instance, if you tag them in a lake, you can see how maybe they escape from the lake and then they go upstream.
Because
You can watch the migration. It's especially true in Alaska, where the native people, the native Alaskans are working with salmon. And I didn't know this. The salmon come in and they swim 400 miles upstream up the Yukon River to spawn. How do they know that? Because they tagged them. And then the electronics with the GPS, they can tell. There's some really cool stuff.
Did you see that fish? Here, can track them. Tagging in bullock.
Bullet?
Burbot.
Oh, that one, yeah, that has that weird fin on the back of it. Yeah, I seen those on the
Looks like a
signs.
catfish mixed with carp.
Yeah.
I want to catch one.
Oh, I haven't caught one over there yet.
Because they tagged them with the GPS to track them.
Yeah, but isn't it like, do you think they ever stopped it right there? You know, when those fish go back, that's where they stock those fish in, you know, and then when they're not spawning, they go off with that.
Well, yeah, and so what they want to know is if they stop them, where do they end up? But you can't tell by tagging them how quickly they reproduce, because the reproduction of those fish are not tagged. What you're trying to do is to figure out how many are in the lake without draining the lake. Because if you drain the lake, they don't get it.
This is the number of fish that you capture each time. They're being cut. And then this is the total that you capture. Okay? You have to count all of them, but you also have to count.
He told me himself, man.
Alright, ready? Use it. Went up to the top and pulled it. 17, 18, 19,
That's so Down to 40. You don't have anything.
2, 5, and 1 mark. That's bad. That's bad.
44 times 40. Okay. That's 0. Oh, wait. And then you're going to divide that by 4. 440. That's what your answer is. So, 140 right here.
Now do it again.
All of them?
Yep, all of them go back in. Okay. Get them counted, so they need to go back in the thing. We're going to do that 3 more times.
Don't have to, we got 3 more.
So, if you pull out one marked fish every time, how many out of, let's say you pull out 20, and every time it's one marked fish, how many would be in the pond?
35.
That's what? What's 2 times 35? 70, then 20, so it's 7. That might be about right.
Fish, put these fish back in.
But so what are you getting? Are you getting 3 every time? In each trial, how many mark do you get?
I'd say about between 1 and 5.
1 and 5, yeah.
Shake them up again. Do it again.
0.75.
Oh, come on, oh, that's like that. There. Sort of like the line, the whole thing, I'm like,
More than count these gunner books.
let that post it then.
Share the gift of a friend, breeding with a friend, or the other one. I'm in competition with no one.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm fascinated with all these behaviors.
Well, I get them on Facebook. I've got 2 people that go, one of them is, she's partial Native American.
They're
She was born in Texas, and she's on one of these sites that has a lot of these things. Then another one is just inspirational.
Hey, do we really have to count all these fish in this
Well,
bucket?
we don't have time today. We'll do that at another
You don't think it'd work if we just add all these up?
Well, why do you think it would be?
Oh, you're what, 6?
Would it have worked for us if we had added all those up?
Can't you add them all up and then divide by?
That would give us an average, that wouldn't give us
Well,
the
yeah, you got
actual
this add
number. That's why I made you practice. What we have to do is we're going to check and see if our ratios and our estimates came anywhere close to that. And so that's why we're saving them. Yeah. It's a sampling. What did we do each time we did this? We took a small amount on it. That's what we were doing. We were getting our samples so that we can make an assumption of what we think is how many is in here. Now, here's my question. Would you, in your sampling of finding a population like this, would you tag the fish, throw them back in, and then go back and capture them and count them like we're doing one right after the other? Or would you wait a month, 2 months to go back?
Well, I don't know, because if you wait a couple months, those fish might populate some more.
Right?
If
So-
it's mating season, but if it's not.
Especially if you wait a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But then again, you've got fishermen out there fishing for the fish too, and some of them are throwbacks. We'll come back to this and we'll do it again. And maybe we'll get Ashley or somebody to finish filming it. You guys did good,
And
appreciate
I'll
it.
see you out on the
You
river.
guys did good too. Okay.
Like the Shoshone.
Yeah.
That's where we got those nice big ones from.
There you go.
Yep. Bye.